Well, my dad, he didn't leave me too much. You know, he's a very simple man, and he didn't leave me a lot. But what he told me was this. He did say, son, he said so many things, you know.
From the poetic lyrics that defined a generation to a voice that's as iconic as the songs themselves, Bob Dylan is a living legend in every sense of the word. Known as the father of modern folk music, Dylan's groundbreaking storytelling earned him not just Grammys, but even a Nobel Prize in literature. Today, at 83, he still keeps fans guessing, recently spotted touring small-town venues with his signature quiet mystique. Get ready to uncover the eccentric world of an artist who redefined what it means to be timeless. However, before we dive into his fascinating lifestyle, we must first venture back to the place that shaped this incredible mind. Early life. Born Robert Allen Zimmerman on May 24, 1941 in Duluth, Minnesota, Bob Dylan's journey from a small-town boy to a musical icon is nothing short of extraordinary. Raised in the mining town of Hibbing, his parents Abram and Beatrice Zimmerman were active members of the local Jewish community. From a young age, Dylan was captivated by music. He taught himself piano and guitar, drawing inspiration from artists like Hank Williams and Elvis Presley. In high school, he formed bands, such as the Golden Chords, performing covers of rock and roll hits. In 1959, Dylan enrolled at the University of Minnesota. There, he immersed himself in the Dinkytown folk scene, performing at local coffee houses. It was during this time he adopted the name Bob Dylan, a nod to poet Dylan Thomas. Dylan's early influences were pivotal in shaping his musical path. The works of Woody Guthrie deeply resonated with him, inspiring his move to New York City in 1961 to meet his idol. This relocation marked the beginning of his ascent in the folk music scene, leading to connections with key figures like Joan Baez and Pete Seeger. Yet as young Bob Dylan stepped into the folk scene, his story was just beginning to unfold in ways that would change music forever. Career and success. Bob Dylan's career is a tapestry of groundbreaking milestones that have indelibly shaped the landscape of music and culture. Bursting onto the scene in the early 1960s, Dylan's second album, The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, introduced the world to Blowin' in the Wind, a song that became an anthem for the civil rights movement. This was just the beginning of a prolific journey that saw him continually reinventing his sound and challenging musical norms. In 1965, Dylan took a bold leap with Bringing It All Back Home, blending folk and rock in a way that was revolutionary for its time. This fusion not only broadened his artistic horizons, but also influenced countless musicians to explore new creative avenues. His willingness to defy expectations was further exemplified by his controversial electric performance at the Newport Folk Festival that same year, a moment that has since become legendary. Dylan's accolades are as diverse as his discography. He has garnered multiple Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award, and in 2001 he clinched both an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for Things Have Changed from the film Wonder Boys. His literary prowess was recognized in 2016 when he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature, honoring his profound impact on songwriting and poetry. Beyond the awards, Dylan's legacy is etched in the very fabric of modern music. His introspective lyrics and innovative compositions have inspired generations of artists across genres. Albums like Blood on the Tracks and Highway 61 Revisited are hailed as masterpieces, reflecting his unparalleled ability to capture the human experience in song. Despite redefining the music industry, Dylan's career isn't just about accolades. It's also about how his art translated into an extraordinary fortune. Income and net worth. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated at around $500 million. This substantial fortune stems from various sources. A significant portion came from the sale of his songwriting catalog to Universal Music Publishing Group in 2020, reportedly for $400 million. Additionally, in 2022, he sold his master recordings to Sony Music Entertainment for an estimated $150 to $200 million. Beyond these landmark deals, Dylan's relentless touring, notably his never-ending tour, has been a consistent revenue stream. Performing over 3,000 shows since 1988 with earnings of at least $100,000 per performance, he has amassed approximately $300 million from live performances. Dylan's business ventures further bolster his income. In 2018, he co-founded Heaven's Door Whiskey, blending his artistic sensibilities with entrepreneurship. The brand generates approximately $3.5 million annually. But beyond the numbers, Dylan's life is a fascinating mix of art, introspection, and a quiet presence that keeps fans intrigued. Lifestyle insights. Bob Dylan has always been a figure shrouded in mystery, yet his life offers a tapestry of intriguing facets that paint a picture of a man deeply committed to his art and ever-evolving in his pursuits. Beyond the stage and studio, Dylan's creative energies find expression in the visual arts. He is an accomplished painter, with exhibitions showcasing his works that often reflect the same introspective and observational qualities found in his music. His paintings provide a window into his perception of the world, capturing scenes of Americana and portraits that echo his lyrical themes. In the realm of philanthropy, Dylan has contributed to various causes, often aligning with his deep-seated beliefs in social justice and human rights. While he maintains a low profile regarding his charitable endeavors, his participation in events like Live Aid and support for organizations such as Amnesty International highlight his commitment to making a positive impact through his influence. Throughout his career, Dylan has not been a stranger to controversy. His decision to go electric at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965 was met with backlash from purist fans who saw it as a betrayal of folk traditions. Yet this bold move marked a pivotal moment in music history, showcasing Dylan's willingness to defy expectations and push artistic boundaries. In terms of personal preferences, Dylan's tastes are as eclectic as his discography. He has expressed admiration for a wide range of musical genres and artists, from traditional folk to contemporary rock. His appreciation for literature is evident, with influences ranging from classic poets to modern authors, reflecting the depth and breadth of his intellectual curiosity. As for leisure, Dylan is known to enjoy moments of solitude, often retreating to his property in Malibu, California, on his properties later. In recent years, Dylan has embraced the digital age in his own unique way. His presence on social media platforms, particularly X, formerly Twitter, has offered fans glimpses into his musings and experiences on the road. These posts, characterized by their candidness and wit, have endeared him to a new generation of fans, bridging the gap between the enigmatic artist and his audience. Nevertheless, Dylan's personal relationships have left an equally lasting mark on his life, inspiring some of his most heartfelt works. Relationships and connections. Bob Dylan's life is marked by a series of significant relationships that have influenced both his art and his journey. In the early 1960s, Dylan was romantically involved with Suze Rotolo, an artist and political activist. Their relationship from 1961 to 1964 was a profound influence on Dylan's songwriting, inspiring tracks like Don't Think Twice, It's All Right, and Boots of Spanish Leather. Rotolo's presence is immortalized alongside Dylan on the iconic cover of his album The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Following his time with Rotolo, Dylan became involved with folk singer Joan Baez. Their partnership was both romantic and professional, with Baez playing a pivotal role in introducing Dylan to wider audiences by inviting him on stage during her concerts. Their collaboration produced memorable duets and significantly impacted the 1960s folk movement. Dylan's first marriage was to Sarah Lowndes in 1965. The couple had 4 children together: Jesse, Anna, Samuel, and Jacob. Dylan also adopted Sarah's daughter Maria from her previous marriage. Their union lasted until 1977, and Sarah is often cited as the muse for songs on Dylan's acclaimed album Blood on the Tracks. In 1986, Dylan married Carolyn Dennis, a singer who had worked as his backing vocalist. They had a daughter, Desiree Gabrielle Dennis Dylan. This marriage remained largely private and was not publicly known until years later. The couple divorced in 1992. Beyond his romantic relationships, Dylan has maintained friendships with various artists and musicians. Notably, he shared a deep bond with Johnny Cash, with whom he collaborated on several occasions. Their mutual respect and admiration were evident in their performances and recordings together. While his connections shaped his story, the homes he's chosen reflect the many facets of his personality and career. Real estate. Bob Dylan's residences reflect the multifaceted nature of his life and career, each property offering a glimpse into different chapters of his journey. In the 1960s, Dylan resided in a townhouse at 242 East 49th Street in Manhattan's Turtle Bay neighborhood. This five-story residence, built in 1899, became his sanctuary during the height of his fame. The property boasts 7 fireplaces and access to the private Turtle Bay Gardens. Dylan initially rented the home from playwright Garson Kanin and actress Ruth Gordon before purchasing it in 1990 for $1.45 million. He sold it in 2006 for $4.45 million. As of December 2024, the townhouse is back on the market, listed at $7.25 million. Venturing across the Atlantic, Dylan acquired Altmore House in the Scottish Highlands in 2006. This 16-bedroom Edwardian mansion, nestled within the Cairngorms National Park, served as a tranquil retreat. The estate spans nearly 24 acres and includes features like a Victorian greenhouse, an orchard, and a croquet lawn. In December 2023, Dylan sold Altmore House for £4.257 million, approximately $5.35 million. Stateside, Dylan's primary residence is believed to be in Point Dume, Malibu, California. This coastal property offers seclusion and has been his mainstay when not on tour. The estate reflects his penchant for privacy, allowing him a respite from the public eye. And speaking of reflections, Dylan's choice of vehicles tells another side of his story, one of style, practicality, and a nod to his roots. Vehicles and cars. Bob Dylan's affinity for vehicles mirrors his eclectic and storied career, with a collection that spans both classic cars and motorcycles. First up, we have the 1964 Triumph Tiger 100. This classic motorcycle, known for its style and performance, was often seen with Dylan during his earlier years. Then there's the 1966 Ford Mustang convertible. This American sedan was reportedly one of Dylan's favorites in the 1960s, embodying the automotive style of that era. Next, the 1953 Rolls-Royce Silver Dawn. This model highlights Dylan's taste for understated yet classic American cars. We can't forget the 2007 Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Known for its iconic design and performance, this standout piece in Dylan's collection reflects the style of its time. The Cadillac Escalade is another gem. A symbol of luxury and American engineering, it fits perfectly into Dylan's period-specific collection. And finally, the Volkswagen Camper Van. A popular model among collectors, Dylan's ownership of this car ties into his American roots and his musical background from the 1960s. Yet even with his storied past, Dylan remains firmly rooted in the present, continuing to evolve as an artist and cultural icon. Current lifestyle. At 83, Bob Dylan remains a dynamic force in the music world, seamlessly blending his storied past with present endeavors. In late 2024, he captivated audiences across Europe with his Rough and Rowdy Ways tour, delivering performances that showcased both his timeless classics and contemporary compositions. Notably, during his Paris concert in October, Dylan revisited the guitar on stage, a gesture that delighted fans and highlighted his enduring connection to his roots. Looking ahead, Dylan has unveiled plans for his 2025 tour, choosing to perform in intimate venues across lesser-known cities. The tour is set to commence on March 25th in Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Bob Dylan Center, before moving to locations like Wichita, Kansas, and Mankato, Minnesota. In the cinematic realm, the biopic A Complete Unknown has garnered significant attention, chronicling Dylan's transformative years from his arrival in New York City in 1961 to his electrifying performance at the Newport Folk Festival in 1965. Timothée Chalamet's portrayal of Dylan has been widely praised, capturing the essence of the young troubadour's journey. On a personal note, Dylan recently took to social media to pay tribute to his late friend and collaborator, Garth Hudson of the band, referring to him as the real driving force behind the band. This heartfelt acknowledgement underscores the deep bonds and mutual respect shared among these legendary musicians. Balancing his relentless touring schedule with moments of reflection, Dylan continues to be a beacon of artistic integrity and evolution. His unwavering commitment to his craft and his ability to resonate with audiences across generations affirm his enduring legacy in the annals of music history. What did you find most surprising or insightful about this deep dive into the life of Bob Dylan? Share your thoughts by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, we think you'll like one of these that's on your screen now. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.